Welcome back to the channel. And yesterday we got the reveal for Black Ops 7, which has intrigued me because I was very worried, as you've probably seen on my account's Twitter feed, about the game ever since the Vault Edition images had leaked. They aren't very good, and it sort of set the worrying, shall we say, about the game and the narrative and where they were going with it, because them skins are awful from the Vault Edition. They just look so bad. They might be better in game, but as I say, from that point when they leaked, I was very concerned and very worried for what we were going to be shown in this reveal event. And I've been advocating Black Ops 7 as it's going to be nothing that we want. It's going to be a failure, and I was, going to be playing more of Battlefield. I still will be playing Battlefield 6, don't get me wrong, because I really enjoyed that and its aesthetic. It really, surprised me because the last few Battlefields have been terrible. Now, Black Ops 6 wasn't the greatest of games, was it? And it set you know, the ball low. It had its moments, but it really did set the ball low, and it showed that now that we've seen the reveal, that the majority of the effort went into Black Ops 7. Now it is, as per the leaks, a direct sequel to Black Ops 2. It's set in 2035, so there's a lot of future tech. I was also worried about that as well, with it being a future-based game and it going over the top with, back to the wall running days and boost jumping and a lot of crazy stuff like that. Yes, boost jumping is in campaign, but it's not in the multiplayer. You have the new mechanic that's been added to the movement where you can jump off a wall as per the leaks. That's all good and well, but there is no wall running like Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3 style running. It just isn't in the multiplayer. Now, I am completely surprised by what they've shown. I know some people are very negative about the way the game looks. Certain YouTubers, it's the way to make money now is just to dump on Call of Duty all the time, no matter what. But as soon as I seen the reimagined merc skins, the Sector 1 group and their skins, you can see where the game's leading into Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, with the augmentation of soldiers and, the AI element of it. But it does, it has piqued my interest, shall I say. It does bring me around more after seeing certain images, certain skins of the game. It has brought me more to liking what I'm seeing. The multiplayer, so far, what we've been shown, it looks decent. We have camos in single player. We have, the grind can be done in single player, multiplayer, warzone, zombies, everything is cross progression. You you have, new kill streaks, score streaks, 30 odd weapons for release. You have, 16 multiplayer maps which are all 6v6 and built for 6v6. Right, 3 are remasters, but the majority of them are new maps and are not cut from Avalon, which is a great addition to the game, because a lot of Black Ops 6 maps were taken from the Avalon map. When they were introduced as new maps, they were just, cutouts. They weren't built from the ground up, but these all look to be campaign locations and built from the ground up to, make the multiplayer community happy. The 20 versus 20 looks decent. Might not play that mode, but it does look decent for people that want that mode. The campaign looks interesting. It looks like another nutty mind fuck, shall I say. It will, trippy balls like Cold War and Black Ops 6's campaigns, but that's what we expect from Treyarch and Raven's campaigns now. The game, it does look interesting. I have, it has piqued my interest, and I will confirm I have pre-ordered it only via Game Pass. with the £30 upgrade on the Vault Edition, and I'm not paying the 80 quid, 90 quid, whatever it is, full price for the Vault Edition. That just isn't happening. Game Pass, and I'll pay the £30 upgrade. That's fine. You've got all sorts of new additions to the game which do look interesting. Whether they're just tacked on crap, we'll have to see. But having certain things reintroduced or new things that they've made that look interesting is helping my decision with the game. It does, again, look like they're gonna, make a decent game this time around. I'm not saying Call of Duty is back, but it does have that Black Ops 2 vibe to the game. There are certain weapons from Black Ops 2, Black Ops 4 and 3 which look to be returning to the game. The game, it looks stunning, to be fair. The graphics engine they've got does look really good. The models are a lot better than last year's models. Glad to see, returning characters like Harper and Samuels coming into the game and get more of a story, a story going off for them, and they have more to do with the Call of Duty universe. Obviously, there'll be operators in multiplayer. You've got Troy Marshall returning as the head of the CIA operations. The enemies, which is more than likely the guild, going off what we've seen. Wingsuits are back. There's prestige for weapons in multiplayer, but you can do them across all the modes, which makes it easier to do. Hopefully the camo grinds aren't as bad, they're not the headshots which Treyarch loves to do, and I'm just hoping it isn't headshots this year and the turn it up a bit, because obviously the headshot grind is just monotonous and boring and it gets old very fast. But you have the ability to overclock your equipment, so similar to the way Advanced Warfare did score streaks, you can upgrade them and change them, which is an interesting addition. You can overclock your launches, your radar link, drone pods and stuff like that to make them more impactful. Most of the operator skins so far are grounded in the terms of 2035 and what it could be like. They don't look so out there. The good thing is that there is carryover from Black Ops 6, but the only things that carry over straight away are your double XP tokens and gobble guns. Everything else from Black Ops 6, from weapons to operators, they don't carry over till Season 1. And even though they carry over, Treyarch is actually listening to the fan base for once to see what the feedback is about what type of operators, crossovers and skins that should come to Black Ops 7 in the future. It's nice to see them taking on the feedback because of the hate that they've got from the cartoon crap that they added to Black Ops 6, which I do hope they listen, because they are losing a large amount of the core fan base simply based on the offshoot skins that they keep adding to the game. Zombies mode looks interesting as well. You've got round-based zombies back. You've got the new crew and the old crew, coming into the games. The old crew being a reimagined third rebirth of the old guard. It's all based in the Dark Ether. You have Transit returning and survival maps returning, which the first one will be Farm, which is interesting. Not that I'm a big zombies player, but it does give you some extra to play. Dead Ops Arcade is back, which I will admit I love playing when they include it into the games. They're adding weapon build share codes, so when you create a weapon, you can give someone the code and they can download your build, which obviously will make things more interesting, because people can just download the weapon rather than looking at a screenshot and building it for themselves. On the weapon prestige, it has 250 levels altogether, which will, I'm guessing, unlock rewards for certain levels possibly. The weekly challenges and events are come into Black Ops 7, the big fan favorite edition that was added in Modern Warfare 3. They've finally listened and bringing them into Black Ops 7, so there'll be more ways to unlock, different camos other than the ones that are in the game already. Next is happening, that's taking place in September, and then the beta dates are early access October 2nd to the 5th, and then open beta October the 5th to October the 8th. So that basically means they're only doing one weekend this year, but with the early access, it confirms that it will be just one day short of a full week, the multiplayer beta. More details will come with Call of Duty Next. That takes place in September, and we'll hear more from like the zombies teams and the multiplayer teams. But my initial thoughts on it is that it is looking good. I can't wait to play the beta just to see how much they can prove me wrong on what I first thought of the game. And all good and well, it hits the ground running. Warzone integration is fine. You know what that's normally like. Hopefully the anti-cheat with secure boot things, may get better with the anti-cheat with that at least. Hopefully, we'll have to see what happens and go from there. But I'm looking forward to playing the beta at least and seeing the full game release and see how we get on. Go Stout.